Hello everyone, and welcome. Today we have a speed build. I'm VelvettB, and thank you for coming along with me on our little journey today. So we are building this lovely storybook style home. Now this is definitely not my usual style, but I did see an inspiration for this build, and I wish I could show you it, but I didn't remember to save it, and I can't find it again. But I did have an inspiration for this build. I saw it and I was just like, oh, that's so pretty. I wants to build it. So here I am giving it a try. And I was actually really happy with how this came out. As I said, it's not my usual style, but that's fun, right? Just like pushing the boundaries of your skill set and trying some new styles and doing something a little different. I mean, I always find that super fun when it comes to building. So that's probably why I build such a variety of different things in The Sims 4, is because I do enjoy the challenge, and I think you do sort of learn things when you do push yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, you learn different like little techniques or different ways of doing things, and the more that you sort of change it up, I think the more that you can learn. So, and I always like learning new things. I'm open to that. So as you can see here, there's a lot of roofing going on. So this roof took a lot of fiddling around just to work out the sort of the angles, the pitches. The pitch is like Pitches, not the pictures on the wall. Very easily confused with my accent, sorry. So the pitch of the roof and the angles of the roofs, and just like where like things were going to sit, because in the inspiration that I had, there was like lots of little roofs and stuff, but I thought that was so cute. But it was like a challenge just to try and get this right, and I did fiddle around with it a lot more than what you probably see, but yeah, it was a lot of fun just trying to work out how I was going to get it to work and look the way that I kind of wanted it to look, which was like the inspiration, because I liked the inspiration and how it looked. So I am now just working on just about a back balcony. I thought it kind of looked better with a roof, so I went with a roof on that rather than having it as an open balcony. So I think that looked a lot better than the open one. So I'm just going to start working on the landscaping. I will skip over a little bit of it, but I sort of went with debug in the dark green plants and the tree, the wispy sort of fluffy looking tree, and then use the blue flowers and the blue hydrangeas around the place as well. Added in a bit of terrain paint, and bingo bango, Bob's your uncle with the landscaping. So I did feel like blue flowers did emphasize sort of that because I feel like storybook builds, right, kind of got like a romantic, it's sort of like a romantic kind of vibe to them. So having flowers with it kind of makes sense to me. It's just like, flowers are romantic. I think they are. Anyway, they can be. They don't, not necessarily. I mean, it depends on how you use them. Okay, so I'm just getting like a little bit of the pathwork and the backyard kind of sorted, and how that's going to look around the front. As you can see there, the roof is starting to come in. So we've got the blue roof, and then I'm using the little spires that came with for rent. Oh, by the way, this is a limited pack build. So let's see if I remember. It is base game, get together, seasons, growing together, parenthood, and realm of magic. So from what I remember, 7 packs including base game altogether. So it is a limited pack build. There's no stuff packs and there is no kits. So this should be super accessible for people up on the gallery to download. So if you don't have so many packs, this might be a really good build for you if you like, your little storybook style homes. You know what I really loved about how I did the paintwork on this as well is, and this was like very much in the inspiration. So the inspiration had in the bottom, it had like shingles at the top, and then the clapboard on the bottom, on the base of the house, and then on the top level it had the get together. It's got like the kind of stripy boards on it at the top. So that was at the top of the house, and then like the clapboard on the main part of the rooms. So that was actually part of the inspiration, was very much like that, and I absolutely loved that I was able to replicate that in a way with what we had in The Sims 4. So I was like, oh my gosh, yay, I can actually do it. So I'm just finishing off the last of the landscaping, so I decided to add a bit more concrete around the front and just like a little bit more of the blue flowers there, and that's the outside done. So now we're moving to the inside. It did take me a little bit of fussing around to get the stairs right, as it does. Like, I find stairs really difficult, so I don't know about you guys, but stairs can be painful. Like, I probably prefer roofing than to placing stairs. That's how painful I find stairs sometimes, because not only do you need to find a good place downstairs where you can build your floor plan around them, but you've got to actually think of that upstairs as well, and the space that it takes, and yeah, it's a whole lot to consider when you're placing stairs. Anyway, we are on the inside, and I have done the colours on the inside, so I have gone with Parenthood. So I've used the Parenthood wallpaper and the Parenthood tile. I can't remember which flooring I used, but it is in a white. I think it's just one of the base game ones, and base game tiles as well. So I use the same, the kitchen and the bathrooms will have the same tiles, and then the rest of the house will have the same Parenthood wallpaper and flooring. But I absolutely love this Parenthood kitchen. Like, it is so versatile. Like, depending on what you do with it, you can make it look modern or you can make it look traditional. It's super versatile from that perspective. Like, there's a lot of kitchens that are one or the other. Like, you can just look at them and go, that's modern and that's, you know, that's traditional. Whereas this one is kind of middle of the road, and you can actually use it in a variety of ways, which I absolutely love about this kitchen. And I went with the blues and the creams for this build. And also there's a matching dining table. So yeah, I love that. I love matching sets of things because, you know, it just makes it look so much more cohesive when you're looking at the build. I love that. So it makes me happy that there's a matching dining table to the kitchen set. And I wish there was a bar as well, but there isn't. So, well, not a matching one anyway. No, not one at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I did struggle a little bit with finding the right bar, but I got there in the end. I think I ended up just using a base game one in the blue rather than going with the white. I just thought it looked a little bit more like it worked with the room more. Just doing the hallway, sort of hallway entrance area. So just doing like shoes and the coat rack, console and a mirror. So just the basics in the hallway. Now, because I'm building with limited packs, I was pretty limited in some of the decorations and stuff. Like, I didn't have my usual everyday clutter kit that I would use for doing the hallway area. So, you know, just going back to basics a little bit on that. But I still feel like it looks like it would be a functional hallway area, even though it's not, because the Sims don't need it to be functional. The idea is that it looks like it is, you know. So, oh, and I used the foosball table. So we have a study in this house. I hardly ever use this foosball table, so I was actually kind of excited to use it, to remember to use it for once, because I often forget about it as a thing in the game, and I was like, oh, I can put the foosball table in, so I did. So this is actually a 3-bathroom, 2-bedroom build. So there will be a master bedroom and there's going to be a kid's bedroom as well. So this is a family home. So I did put the swings in the backyard. So those are for the kids, although the adults can use that as well. That's why the swings are kind of a really good item, because it can be used by absolutely everyone, or almost everyone. Obviously the infants aren't out there in the swing, but just about everybody else can be. So it's cool. I like the swing sets, but they do take up a bit of room. So you've got to have, you know, a little bit of space in your backyard for those. So the living room is coming together. Once again, just doing the creams and the blues throughout the room. And just getting a few paintings up on the wall and a few of the old plants around the place just to give it a little bit of life. So into the bathroom. Oh, I did with the curtains. I'm using base game curtains, but because I had the for rent as a pack. Did I say that I had that available, that I was using that pack? I think I forgot to say that was one of the packs. So for rent is one of the packs as well. yeah, anyway, because I had for rent, I actually used the curtain rail from for rent behind the curtains. You can't see that there now because I forgot at this point in the time, but I went back and added them. So yeah, so the packs: base game, Parenthood, Realm of Magic, Get Together, Seasons, Growing Together, and for rent. Okay, so 7 packs. I really don't remember if I told you guys earlier or not, so sorry. You know I'm the worst. Okay, so we're moving on to the kids' bedroom. So this is very much divided into 2 areas. So I kind of pictured this as a bedroom for twins. So like a boy and a girl, and they're sharing a bedroom. So one side is kind of blue, all sort of like all the blue stuff, and one side's all the pink stuff for the girl. And yeah, I mean, while they share a bedroom, they sort of do have distinct ends of the bedroom for themselves. But yeah, I did sort of picture this as for twins. So I thought that's really cute. It is like a long, narrow bedroom, but I think that kind of works for the kids. It's like, got a decent amount of space as well. So I did put an extra computer into the little nook that I had up on the stair landing. But there's like quite a few computers in this house. It is a very tech savvy family going in here. It's like, it might be a more sort of traditional style home, but the people that live there, they do like their technology. So each of the kids has a computer and desk, and the parents have a computer and desk in their room, and then there's a spare one on the landing as well. So you can sort of see the foreign curtain rails and behind the curtains there. So just doing the little landing area, and then moving on to the kids' bathroom. So I actually used the for rent tiles and did the stuff with the edging with the corners and stuff, just to make it look like it was like a neat contained area. And because it is the kids' bathroom, I did want to put a bath in there because kids love baths, basically. Like if we had a bath in our current house, like my kids would absolutely just stay in there for hours rather than, have a shower. If a kid can get in a bath rather than a shower, a lot of them, have that preference. Because, you can just sit there and splishy splash and have some fun with your toys instead of just like, standing in the shower wishy-washing and like yawn. Can't do much else. Kids. Anyway, moving on to the ensuite bathroom. So I kept this pretty simple, using again the Parenthood counters and just blue with touches of the cream as well. Into the master bedroom, I used one of the locked beds. So I think this is like the Monet bed or something like this, like Starry Night bed, isn't it? I love that bed. I think it's gorgeous, and it works so nicely. It's like a base game locked bed, but it works so nicely with Parenthood in terms of the color. So I do like that bed with the Parenthood set. It's something I actually have, I think, combined before, and I really like it. It's kind of like romantic looking as well. Like you can sort of see that as a storybook bed, so that's why I like it. And I'm just bringing in the Parenthood dresser as well, and I used the Parenthood side tables or the end tables, nightstands, whatever, on there, and the Parenthood chair there in the corner. And then I'm just using the Realm of Magic couch, and then just getting in the desk. So once again, just using Realm of Magic there. I actually didn't initially start with Realm of Magic in the build, but then I needed something from the pack somewhere along the way, so I just brought the pack in because I was like, well, it works so nicely with the style of build, so that kind of made sense to me to have that pack with this build. And that just about wraps up the building portion of things, so let's take a tour of what we did. So I actually ended up moving this build into Brindleton Bay because I looked at this build and I was like, it deserves a pretty backdrop. And like, not Brindleton Bay, Windenburg. So this is on the island in Windenburg. And, a pretty house like this just deserves a pretty backdrop. So this is where I moved it. On, like on that island section, there's like it's a 30 by 20 lot down on the island, and like you can see like the mountains and the water, and like, yeah, it's so pretty. So moving on to the inside, that's the kitchen. And as I said, I love sets, so having the matching dining table and the bar stools and the kitchen counters and stuff like that, I love that. So pretty. And then into the study, so once again I got to use the foosball table, exciting. And then the downstairs bathroom, just pretty straightforward. looking into the living room. So all the creams and browns, so sorry, blues, a lot of cream down in the living room area, but I think that worked really nicely. And then bringing a little bit more color into the kids' room, because you know, kids are a lot more colorful. Then this is the kids' bathroom. I love how I did like the little shrunken robes, so they are for kids, and they're blue and the pink like the kids' room. Yeah, I was thinking about that. And this is the master ensuite there with the growing together bath shower combo, and then into the bedroom for the master suite and the last room on our little tour. So thank you so much for joining me for this build. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to hit subscribe, like, comment, all those things, so I can catch you again. Bye bye.